Are we live, live. Hello, welcome to the Bottled Imp update live show that's hopefully going to be short, but you never know because we ramble on. My name is Ken Boyter. You know that already. And joining me in his own house is Julian. Where are you? I wonder what was going on in there. I didn't know what was going on. Yes. So obviously, because of the whole what's it called? The virus outbreak, the coronavirus outbreak. Yeah, we are actually. Oh, let me turn the volume down on the laptop. Oh, there we go. It's all technical issues. No, not technical issues. Julian has done a sterling job organizing this. We're going live. I'm looking at the screen now, though, but there is a delay when I'm talking and then looking at the screen. Anyway. It's Inception.
Hang on. Oh,
Yeah, can we actually hear
you should be able to hear
That's a
me
good
now. I
point.
think I might have had my audio switched off throughout all that. Audio.
I've got 6 people watching, 7 people
Let us
watching,
know
which
if
is
you can hear us,
fantastic.
guys,
How are
on the, whoever watching, and could you hear me? Because I've got a feeling I was muted just earlier, but I'm not now. Hopefully.
Yeah. Just let us know. There's no comments at the moment. If you want to just type a little comment to say hello, to say that we have
Yeah.
audio and obviously visual,
Yeah.
that'd be fantastic. And obviously, let us know how you're coping with the old lockdown self-isolation if you're in a country that is doing that.
Remember, this is an
Obviously, there's
update. This isn't the
loads of
actual show. We don't want to get into too much detail. Save that for the show next week. Can you hear us though? First of all, can you hear us? Can you hear both of us before we witter on too much?
Main thing. Can you hear us? We've got no. I guess there's a little bit of delay, isn't there?
Yes, didn't hear anything from you. Hear you both now. Thank you very much. Single track. I need my glasses to read these comments. Yeah, that was annoying. I had my audio switched off, which in retrospect is probably a wise thing.
I've said that for years, Julian. So yes, okay. Well, let's get into the meat of it. So let's just quickly say what this update is about before we go off into any other tangents. It is about the show that we had planned on the 7th of April at 7 p.m. UK time. We'd already planned to do a live show before all of this craziness happened. But due to obviously all of this craziness, we are self-isolating. So we're going to be doing it like this. We're going to be doing it via internet for the.
It's always via the internet.
No, I know, but like.
Yeah. We can do this without actually being within any kind of feet from each other, which seems wonderful.
Yeah. This is the future. So we're just going to remind you again. So we've slightly renamed the show. There it is. There, it's the Rough and Ready, the Bottled Imp Rough and Ready live show, 7th of April, 7 p.m. UK time. And obviously, it's going to be a slightly modified show than what we'd planned because of I guess mainly the technical stuff. Is it?
I just think, yeah. I mean, content-wise, it has to be probably slightly modified because we're not sat behind a desk next to each other like we are. If you've watched our live shows before, our Bottled Imp show, which was a sort of recorded show, but we ended each season with a live show, we sort of sat behind a desk in the studio, multi-camera setup, blah blah blah. I think we could just do a bit more because we're sat next to each other, and it's just a bit easier. So I think because we're beaming in sort of separately from our own places, it's just going to be a little bit more limited, the show, isn't it? Little less free to sort of do what we do in the live shows, but we'll still have some content. It'll probably be shorter. I think it probably won't be 2 hours. It might be an hour, but
but it will still be fun. It will still be enjoyable. It'll be entertaining. We're still going to have fantasy facts. There'll be we've had to sort of look at the running order again, the running list of ideas
and
top 10 stuff. So there might even be top 10 fantasy stuff, like top 10 books, top 10 board games, that kind of stuff.
I was going to say also the whole point of doing it live is that you guys can sort of interact to a certain extent and ask questions and join in. So it won't hopefully just be us nattering on to each other and you guys. It'll be you guys chiming in should you choose to.
Hopefully, yes. Hopefully, yeah, exactly. So, I've just noticed actually, I'm watching on my laptop the live broadcast of this, and I'm not seeing any comments appear, which is a bit
I don't know
strange.
whether they appear. Yeah, it depends how you're viewing it. They should be there. You might have to click the little thing under the screen to drop the comments down. They should happen as you watch it. I mean, I've got them because I'm on the back end thing, which so I'm monitoring them here, and there aren't any comments. So there you go.
I thought you said you could hear. I thought you said
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
said they could
There
hear
was a
you.
couple of responses to me saying, "Can you hear us?" And
I,
Fantasy Apprentice is saying,
yeah, but
"Always
I'm
fun
not
to
seeing it.
see you all. Thank you."
Thank you. Which is a shame because I've got zero comments where I'm seeing it says zero
You oh,
comments
we
at
need
all.
to. I don't know how you're viewing it. Are
Complete.
you viewing it just on like everyone else is viewing it? Can you guys see the comments out there? Can you
As
see the
far
other
as I know.
comments? Those who are viewing it. I know when I view YouTube channels on my phone, if I join in another live stream, sometimes I have to slide something across, or I can view it on my phone. But if I click it, then I see it overlays the comments on one side on an iPhone. But I don't know.
This is on a laptop. It says zero comments. Sort
Click
by. I've
refresh.
sorted by newest. Yeah, I've been doing that. It's not. It's unless people can comment though, can't they? Because you've seen the comments. Because remember we had that sort of problem with
Yeah,
the comments.
I
But
don't. Yeah, I'm seeing. I've got comments. Like if I anyway, this is technical stuff that they don't need to worry about. Um,
I don't
I
need to
mean, there
worry
haven't been
about
any.
that.
I mean, I haven't had any recently, but then there's only 3 people watching, so you know.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. It's just a shame because I can't see any. I can't even see the ones that you said. Oh yeah, that, and it's a shame because it'd be cool if I could see the comments as well because
Yeah,
then
oh,
I
there's some
can.
coming in now. Can I suggest that Ken read the Treasure Island? Can I suggest that that's fantasy? So
Cool.
can you
Good
read
one.
the Treasure
That would
Island?
be
What, the whole book? That will be.
the whole book. Read it
Yes, can
now.
see comments.
Yeah,
They can see the
that might be
comments.
Martha.
Is that what you mean, fantasy? What
Um,
read the Treasure Island book?
yeah, I haven't read Treasure Island, but I do know the story. I know kind of what happens. With Treasure Island, though, I don't know if it is. As obviously, it's more pirate type book, isn't it? It's more of a like a mystery, I think it is, isn't it? And I did see a very good stage show in Edinburgh when I was up doing my show. There was a brilliant Treasure Island adaptation. Really well done, really exciting. You know, loads of people in it. It was brilliant. It was really good. So yeah, it's an exciting story.
But yeah, that might not be something for the live show. That might be something for another episode.
Well, I could read a little excerpt of one of my short stories, like maybe a 3 minute, 4 minute excerpt of that. I don't know. Who knows? We're still finalizing the show.
Ken's mic is pretty bad, and there's a weird delay. We did have some problem. Okay, just to explain, we explained this if you saw any of the other live things, is that Ken is going to sound more tinny because Ken's being brought into this whole thing via Skype. So my part of this, which is handling actually the production and doing the streaming to you guys, will probably sound better because Ken's being pulled in over to me first via Skype and then being broadcast. So he's going to sound probably not quite as good or a little more tinny. Not sure about the delay. I mean, you're getting the YouTube feed out there, so you shouldn't have a delay. Unless you mean do you mean a delay by he's out of sync? Is his words coming out of sync? That could just be a bandwidth thing.
Yeah, I think every now and again it might be just a
Ken,
bandwidth thing.
Single Track 66 is saying, are you guys excited to see Baldur's Gate 3 coming? I'll pass that one over to you, Ken, because I have no idea what that is.
And it's good to see someone else mispronounce something. So it's Baldur's Gate.
That's why we do the show together.
Baldur's Gate, yeah. Yeah, Baldur's Gate, yeah. I remember playing on the GameCube, Baldur's Gate. I think it was the first one. It might have even been the second one, and really loving it. I really thought it was for me, it was very much a hack and slash. I mean, there wasn't much questing as such, but as far as I can remember. But nonetheless, I really did enjoy it. It kind of filled that sweet spot of, just going around, you're leveling up, you've got, sword. I think you had magic as well. I'm pretty sure you had magic. This was maybe about 15, 20 years ago when I had a GameCube. So they're on number 3, are they? Because I kind of then didn't follow the series on because I thought maybe the second game might just be the same. And then, unfortunately, what's happened is you've got Skyrim, which has blown, for me anyway, blown all of the fantasy games out the water. So I still play Skyrim, which is about 5, 6, 7 years old now. But yes, it is a good game. So let us know how you get on
Fantasy
with it when it comes
Apprentice
out.
is saying, and this is where this is where the delay has a bit of a weird thing, because he's replying to stuff that we've probably forgotten what we asked. I guess this is to do with you reading some of your stories. Yes, and yes, Ken, do that. Your stories are amazing. And then he says, but let Julian be one character. Oh, there we go. So we could do a sort of role play thing with your books.
Well,
Might have to say for that when we're both in the studio together.
Julian needs well, Julian's a fantastic actor, so
Wow,
he can
shucks.
he
Stop
can
that.
more than handle that. I've just written a comment. I've just written a comment on the comment.
Let me have a look.
Has it come up? Yeah, but I'm under.
So it should come up as
Bottled
us.
Imp,
Yeah,
so.
no, it's not. That's weird. I don't know how you're sort of logged in. Did you write thanks? And that was me. Because we'll both be.
I wrote.
No. Right.
I wrote greeting.
No, I mean I don't know. You logged in as the Bottled Imp presumably. We'll have to perhaps figure. Oh, it's hard to figure this out. Not live, but.
Yeah, unless I sign out of the Bottled Imp, but then am I allowed to comment if you haven't signed into YouTube?
Probably not. I don't know. I mean, we'll talk about this afterwards, but there is probably something to be said for you setting up a Ken Boyter YouTube account and then watching it from there as just a because they can see the comments and I can see the comments. Or you log into the back end like me, so to speak.
Always fun to be had there.
We're live. Did you know that?
Please let.
Zara's about to pop.
Please we want more off-screen.
He said you want more off-screen comments. Yeah, so we're going to get a bit of that, especially when we do the actual show, probably. Anyway, I don't know. We've been going for about says 17 minutes. I think it's probably a bit shorter on YouTube.
Okay.
And there's not much commentary activity, but actually, guys, save your questions. It's nice to hear you. Hello, guys. Says I have to put my glasses on to read these. It's so awkward. Shimmering Breeze. Hello, guys. Hello, Shimmering Breeze. Yeah, I mean, save your comments. This was really just the purpose of this little live thing was to do an update to tell you about the show, which is a week on Tuesday, and just to say come and put it in your diaries and come and watch, because we haven't done a promo for that on YouTube. We've done some on Facebook and some tests on Facebook, but we haven't done any on YouTube. So come and join us a week on Tuesday, 7 p.m. UK time, and we're going to do the Bottled Imp live show special, but a sort of rough and ready, as it says there, the rough and ready version, because we're all locked down in our homes rather than being in the studio together. We will do the proper Bottled Imp live show special that we planned, and we'll do that when all this coronavirus stuff blows over and we can get into the studio again. So in a few months, probably I don't know, a month, a couple of months, who knows when, but we will do a proper show again. But for the moment, we're not going to not do a show or cancel it. We're just going to do it like this, which is a bit rough and ready. So save your questions for that. It's great you guys asking questions now, but save your questions for Ken and for... I can't answer fantasy questions, as you know, but for next week on Tuesday.
But it's funny watching you try.
It's funny me try. Well, I should try and answer them. Shimmering Breeze is Sam. Oh, Shimmering Breeze is Sam. Is that Sam from Facebook? Sam.
Oh,
hello.
Sam.
So we've only got eight current viewers, which isn't very many, but that's presumably because we sprung this on people a little. I'm hoping that it will pay off, because we usually have a problem doing these live shows, because a lot of our audience are in America, and the time difference is so great that when we do a live show at 7 or 8, it's still sort of middle of the afternoon for them and they're all at work. So I'm hoping they're all on lockdown at home and we'll get a bigger audience at that sort of time, middle of the afternoon in America.
Who knows? I mean, that I guess the thing is, because of all of this craziness, this is how everybody's communicating now via Skype, WhatsApp, Messenger,
Yeah.
Zoom, all of that. So people are turning to online and going, right, what entertainment
There's
is
lots of
there?
stuff out there.
What's out
Yeah, yeah.
there?
I
Um,
think you do look a bit out of sync to me as well. I've got a feeling your broadband connection, Ken. I'm going to blame that. I don't know that it is that. Is because you're coming in via Skype might not be the strongest, and you're going a bit out of sync for that reason.
it might, yeah, it might
But
be that.
not much we can do about that, unfortunately. But hopefully it's still.
I think maybe. I think the best thing then, if this is doing that, is for me not to be on any other device
Probably you're going to, yeah.
at
Well,
all.
upload and download slightly different, perhaps. So you're uploading via Skype, whereas you're watching the show on YouTube is downloading. But it might be they're two different sets of speed. I don't know.
Because well, I tell you what. Let me turn off the. See if that if
Yeah.
that works. Who knows? But
Fantasy
anyway,
Apprentice is in Norway. How's Norway
so,
doing? Are you all on lockdown as well? Fantasy Apprentice.
yeah, I think they are. I think
Do you like this little thing here?
most
Look,
people are, aren't
blowing
they?
blowing smoke out. Look,
Yeah,
it's not a
little
candle.
candle.
It's a little. It's blowing little puffs of smoke out.
Oh,
Not smoke, steam. Steam.
it's
Smelly steam.
gone green.
Huh?
It's gone green.
Yeah, it
It's gone
changes
green
colour
or
and
blue.
puts nice wafts. There you go. Okay, right. Well, I asked a question. I didn't. He's not replied. Or she. Fantasy Apprentice. We don't know. Single track. You hear Ken's
believe
voice
it is a
quality,
she.
and then his mouth moves 2 seconds later. Then you hear his voice again. I think that'll be to do with the internet connection, which is a little bit out of our control, unfortunately. So
Yeah, hopefully it sort of catches up at
yeah,
some point.
I think that's just the nature of like, well, we've all sort of spoken to done FaceTime calls and Skype calls and stuff, and it can be a little bit glitchy and a little bit out of sync sometimes, and I think that's just the nature of that. Am I in sync? Is my voice and mouth moving at the same time? Should be really.
Yeah, because you're like the host.
So
aren't
you're
you?
coming in via your broadband and then being streamed via this out to the internet. So it's a double whammy really for you, Ken. Fancy Apprentice, yes, we are in many stores. Yeah, they're on lockdown and many stores are closed. It's crazy, is it crazy? But again, let's talk about we'll talk about all this in the actual show. Otherwise, it's cool. It's all working. All seems to be working.
Oh, good. So genius Julian has managed to get it all sorted out, which was fantastic because it is a big can of worms trying to bring other streams.
And I need to get in a more comfortable
Well
squat.
done.
So I'm not sitting on a chair.
Yeah. So brilliant. So obviously stay safe, everybody, and make sure you're washing your hands and all the advice that you've been given. Follow that because we want to contain all of this. Tune in like Julian.
Tell your friends, and we'll see you a week on Tuesday at 7 p.m. UK time, whatever time it is in your country.
Yeah. So remember to keep it unreal, especially if you're in lockdown.
Bye.